Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I thought we would talk about oil-based colored pencils and let's see how they perform and what it's like to use them. I know in previous videos, I've shown you how to use wax-based colored pencils. We've used some Prismacolors and they are fantastic, but maybe you've been curious about oil-based. And this is actually a set that Lunar has sent me. That's their 72-piece oil-based colored pencil set. So let's give this a try and see how we like it. So right away you can see there's lots of colors to choose from. There are a couple of trays. I like how the trays easily just fit inside the lids so that it's really nice and easy to get to all of your colored pencils and keep them in order. If you're like me, it's really nice to have everything in order so that when you go for a specific color, you're not rummaging through a pencil box. It's just nicely arranged in the way that you want your colors arranged. And as you start to work with your colors, you may want to rearrange the order so that your favorite ones are together, maybe your favorite blues or your favorite reds. Either way, it doesn't really matter. It's all about how you prefer to color, but I like that they give you the option to keep it organized for those who prefer to keep their pencils organized. So what we're going to do is use this stress relief coloring book. It's by Hikaru Cuts, and you've probably seen this in some of my other videos. It's a panel coloring book, and what that means is that it has these cute little panels that you can color in. So if you find that maybe the big pages, like a full-size coloring page, is very overwhelming to you, then this is the book for you because it has these cute little boxes that you can color in. It's not overwhelming. Or if you want to practice new techniques, then you've got lots of options to practice new things, see if you like it before you dedicate that technique to an entire page. And before we get too far along, I want to introduce you to today's coloring buddy. This is Doodle. He's been in a few of my other coloring videos. He's a cute little plush crayon box, and I'll be sure to put a link to him in the description. So if you want to have a little cute coloring box plushie sitting next to you when you color, you can do that as well. So to begin, I want to start working on this little makeup container, and I'm going to use a set of 4 pinks. Now I realize that some of these pinks aren't quite the same ones that match this, but that's okay. We're just gonna have some fun, experiment, and maybe we'll just take it to a whole new level with these oil-based pencils. If you have the Woomer set and you wanna follow along, the colors that I'm using is WP110, WP, they are reflecting in my light. Let's see, WP315, WP135, and WP188. So those are the 4 that I'm going to use. And if you want to follow along, then you can get those 4 ready and we will start coloring with them. So with colored pencils, I prefer to color from light to dark. I think it makes it a lot easier for your blends. And the nice thing with oil-based versus wax-based pencils is that oil-based tend to create less bloom. And what I mean by bloom is that when you are coloring with wax pencils, it's going to build up on the page, and eventually you're going to run out of layering options. It's just going to be all waxy and it's going to be really hard to blend and hard to add more colors on top of it. But with oil-based, you get a lot more options. It's not going to build up bloom nearly as quickly, so your blends can be even more fluid and really, really pretty. And it gives you a lot more options to create different styles for your coloring page. So let's start with this lightest one. And I think for this one, we're going to have the light come from this direction. So if that's the case, then we want our lightest side to be over here. Anything that's having light hit it, we want it to be up here, and then we will go into the darker sides over on this side. So I like to just add, even though this is the lightest pink, you'd be saying, well, why are you adding it in the shadowy areas? To me, I think it really adds something when you use your colored pencils in all of the sections that you're going to shade when you're going to do darker shadows. So even though this is the lighter pink, I'm still adding it in the area that's going to end up being pretty dark because it gives the shadow some more complexity. It's interesting. It gives the other colors something to blend with, and you just get some really nice results, sometimes very unexpected, that you wouldn't have otherwise. So I'd highly recommend, if you haven't done that type of technique before, try adding some of your lighter colors into the shadowy areas where you know you're going to put darker colors later, and then see what happens. See what kind of beautiful effects you get as you start to blend. And if you're not sure where to put your shadows, that's okay. What I always recommend is do the areas that you know first. So I know for sure there's going to be a shadow in here because this lid is here and it's just going to be darker here. If I know light is coming from this direction, then obviously this side is going to be more shadowy. So we do that first, and don't think about all the other things on the page because that's going to start to stress you out, and then coloring becomes less fun. So just do the stuff you know, and then as you go along, your brain will start to say, hey, maybe this is a shadowy area here. And you probably weren't thinking that when you were first starting to color the page because you were thinking of just the areas you knew in here. So just do the bits you know, and then as you go along, look at the page, and eventually your brain will start to help you figure it out so that you can understand where shadows would go. And if you get it wrong, it's not the end of the world. It's going to be okay. There are erasers that Prismacolor makes that will erase colored pencil, and that's one of the reasons why I like doing my shadowing with colored pencil, because nobody's perfect. We get it wrong eventually at some point, and it's nice to have an undo option with that really cool eraser. I'll put a link to that as well in this video, so that way if you need it, you can easily find it. Just gonna adjust my light source, see if we can get rid of some of that shadow. There we go. Now you can see where I'm coloring in this area just a little bit better. It's also nice too to start from light to dark because then you're not committing so much to where you're going to put your shadows. You can just sort of play around with it and see what you like, and if you get it wrong, it's a lot easier to erase a lighter color than a darker color. So those are just some things that I've learned along the way to help make the whole process more enjoyable and just easier. I like how these oil pencils just lay color on the page effortlessly. I am barely touching the page and it's already putting down colors. So if you have maybe arthritis or repetitive motion injuries in your hands and you're looking for something that's a lot easier to color with that won't put additional strain on your hands, then I would highly recommend getting some oil pencils because they are much easier to color with and you can enjoy it without having to hurt your hands or maybe cause more pain if you have arthritis in your joints. Some oil-based pencils are quite pricey, like the Caran d'Ache set. Oh my goodness, they are very, very expensive. They're amazing, but they are very, very expensive. These Lunar pencils, the 72-piece set, was under $100. So for oil-based, that's actually a really great price. You can get them on Amazon. I'll put the link in the video so that way you can easily find it. There's lots of other sets too they have in smaller sets. If you just want to try it out before committing to a 72-piece, you can do that as well. Okay, so I think that's looking pretty good. I might add to it a little bit more as we go, but I think for now we're probably ready to move into the next color. Now I'm going to use this 315. I'm just adding it to some of the areas where the other pink was, but I'm not completely removing the other pink because I want to start adding the depth now. Okay, that looks good. And now I want to go back to that lighter pink and just bring in a little more shading and start blending the darker pink into the lighter pink areas. And being really careful not to get rid of the marker layer completely because I want that to be my lightest pink. So we're going to use that as our highlight. Now let's move to the next shade darker. This is the 153, and we're just going to add it to the edges and blend it into the other pink that we had. And already you can see it's starting to create some really nice definition there. And look how smooth the oil pencils blend. They're really creamy and dreamy, and I am putting no pressure. This pencil is just resting on my hand. That is it. I feel like wind could knock this out of my hand. That's how lightly I'm holding this pencil. And look at the kind of pigment that you're getting on the page. Another reason why oil-based pencils are fabulous. And you can see there's no bloom. We are not at a bloom stage yet, and usually with a wax-based, by the time you get to 3 colors, you really need to be careful because it's going to build up and create this sheen, and you're going to run out of blending ability and layering ability. But with the oil, you get a lot more layers that you can play with, so you can make even prettier blends. I think I'm going to go back to the lightest color and just pull this shadow up a little bit more I feel like it's just a little bit short. Now we're going to go to the last color. This is the 188. And we're going to just add a tiny bit of this because it's very heavily saturated and pretty dark. We're just going to line some of our darkest areas with this one. And what it's going to do is it's going to help basically create a foundation for our blend, is kind of how I see it. The blend is pretty, but once you add that final touch, that darkest shade, it just pushes everything into place. And it really helps your blends and your shadows and your highlights to pop more with really very little effort. Just this one color can help do all that. I think again, I'm going to bring this shadow up a little bit on this side of this lid. Okay, so this is 4 colors that we've used. And right here, I don't know if the camera's catching it, there's the tiniest little bit of bloom. 4 layers. That's pretty amazing. You would not get that far with wax pencils. They just can't do it. They try, but they're just not made to do that many layers on this type of paper in these coloring books. So good to know about the oil-based. You can get a little bit further with your layering and blending, and they're very effortless to put color down. Everything just wants to be rich, and the pigment in these pencils is absolutely gorgeous. And there you go. We just did 4 colors and completely transformed this from something flat into something super cute and fabulous. Now what we could do is also take their white, this is their 001, and we could add some highlight marks. I don't know if it's actually going to show up because this pink is pretty light, but you know what, this is our world. Let's try it and just see. Well, it is starting to show up just a little bit. So with colored pencils, you don't always have to go from light to dark. In some areas, you can go from light to lighter, as we're doing with this white, but really I just save that for highlights, areas where I want it to pop just a little bit more. And I'm being careful where I'm putting the white because I don't want to accidentally pick up red and then blend it, because it's going to create a look that isn't going to match what I have already going on with the textures and the elements on this little makeup jar. So just something to keep in mind. Unless you're really trying to blend it with the other colors, you got to be mindful of where you add your highlights. I'm actually really impressed with this white. It's laying down some really nice pigment. So let's also take the black. Now this is just a step I like to do. It's up to you if you want to. You see how some of the colored pencil has made the lines a little less defined? I like to put them back. I like seeing the black lines of the coloring book. I think it just adds a little something to the charm of the page. And if I've colored over them because I was expressive with my coloring part, which is good, you want to be expressive, at least it's good to know you have a way to bring it back if you like your coloring lines to just be there. So we're just going to add them back real quick, and it just also helps the shadow and highlight areas pop a little bit more because now the colors are in a more defined space. And the pigment on this black is actually really nice. Nice and rich so that it does its job. It does exactly what we want it to do, which is to cover up all the areas where we've accidentally covered over these black lines. And it's starting to look really good. All right, there you have it. So this is what oil-based pencils can achieve. We got 4 layers, and then we did a white highlight on the little jar, and it was just 4 pinks. Now, granted, you could do any 4 colors you wanted, but it's nice to know you can easily do 4. I could probably add a 5th if I wanted to this, and I think with the bloom, I don't think it would be too much. I think it would be just fine. You could get some really, really nice effects with these. So if you are looking to try out some oil-based pencils but don't want to spend Caran d'Ache money because they are very, very expensive, I highly recommend these. They're actually really great pencils. I'm so glad that Lunar sent these to me so that I could try them out, because I love trying all different kinds of colored pencils. And who doesn't love colored pencils that blend this well? This is just gorgeous. And it took no effort at all, no hand pain, no having to push really hard on the page, which means you could probably color a lot longer on a page before your hand might cramp or get tired. So some really nice options. So if you want to get the same set I have, I will definitely put a link to this in the video, also in my Amazon store, so it's super easy to find. And if you like my videos, be sure to subscribe, give me a thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next one.